President Rodrigo Duterte has high hopes that life will be back to normal by December. That's because he is also optimistic that a vaccine will be available by then. The government is eyeing several suppliers, most of them from China, one from Britain, and one from the U.S. The president takes pride in the country's good relationship with China as it promised to prioritize the Philippines once it has successfully produced a vaccine.
Duterte, where is your roadmap? I could not have uttered a single sentence about roadmap to recovery. Kasi ang una talaga diyan, ang medicine.
Finance Secretary Sonny Dominguez says the health department estimates at least 20 million people need to be vaccinated. The government may have to spend about 20 billion pesos for this.
The financing is available for this program. Once the vaccine is available, I'm sure the economy now can be fully open and we can start.
President Duterte says priority will be the poorest of the poor and the uniformed personnel.
Itong mga military na ito, pobre ito. Mauna rin kayo because I need a strong backbone.
But the president failed to mention the health workers on his list of priorities. He tasked the military to head the distribution of the vaccine, but he says drug pushers are excluded.
Military ang tusok-tusok sa iyo. Yung mga kalaban ko, sabihin ko sa military, do not use the needle. Bayonet ang gamitin mo. Lalo, mga drug pusher, drug addict.
But the president gives his go signal to administer vaccines to rebel groups as a matter of humanity. After all, he says, it's the people's money.
If you stop fighting for a while during the period or until December, kasi my soldiers will be busy monitoring, supervising, kung wag lang ninyong galawin, pwede kayong sumali, pumila doon. And even if you announce that you are in an NPA, it's okay. Wala mo nang pagamot ka muna o magpavaccinate ka para mahusay kang lumaban.
Meantime, the government reminds everyone to comply with minimum health standards. Malacanang has earlier clarified that the president wasn't serious about his suggestion to use gasoline in disinfecting masks. But in his recent address, the president repeated his claim.
Sabi na ito si Duterte loko-loko. Totoo yung sinabi ko, alcohol. Pag walang alcohol available, hindi ka naman pwede, lalo na mahirap. Alcohol, gas. Hindi ako nagbibiro. Totohanan yun. Akala ninyo nagbibiro lang ako.
The health department said in the absence of water, alcohol or sanitizers may be used, while the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention tags gasoline as a toxic substance. Meantime, presidential spokesperson Harry Roque also laid out reminders for areas under general community quarantine. He also made announcements in behalf of the health department, whose secretary was present. But throughout the address, Secretary Francisco Duque wasn't heard. President Duterte appeals for everyone's patience until a vaccine becomes available. The president says there's no need to worry as the country has good finance chief and a dependable military. Trisha Trada, CNN, Philippines.